Hey there, welcome to my channel. My name is Sean, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to use the digital bobbin tension gauge. So this is for your bobbin thread, and I do have my tension gauge. I do have a couple different bobbins already in the bobbin cases and a screwdriver for the bobbin case itself if we need to adjust it. So signs that you could be having poor tension could be if you're having frequent thread breaks, or if your bobbin thread is showing up on top of your design, or even a damaged bobbin case could cause issues with your thread or your design or anything like that. That could be a sign that there's issues with your bobbin tension, as well as if the bobbin case is unclean. So if there's any dust or debris or anything in there, that could be another red flag for you. But there's so many other things that could be the root of the problem, but those are just a few that maybe you want to check out first. So what I'm going to do is give you an overhead view, show you how to get everything set up to get your reading. Now for bobbin tension, it should be around 18 to 22 grams. And then if you're going to be using, say, embroidering on hats, you can actually go up to about 25 grams. And so I'll show you that. I have, again, these two here, and I didn't set them, so let's see where they are. Well, actually I set them months ago, but let's just see and make sure they're good. I have these two, and I have another one that's already in the machine. I know that one is good, but these are kind of like my backup, so let's make sure they're on point. Okay, so now with your bobbin thread, you want to make sure first that you have it in the bobbin case the right way. So your thread should be coming off to the side here, to the right side. And let me just find where it needs to go. And then it's going to slip right in here. And then you'll just take it around here. Now, when you're putting it on the tension gauge, you don't need to wrap it around the spring. You don't want to put it on that spring there. You just want to leave it right here off of the side. And then, well, first we want to turn it on. So you just hold it down for a couple seconds and let it power up. All right. And then you want to make sure this part of your bobbin case is to the top, okay? So that part needs to be facing up. And when you go to put it in the case, you're going to hear it snap. It should like snap or lock into place, and it should be off to the left side here. So there's two little pieces here. It should be off to the left there. Okay. And then from here, the way you will wind it up, I'm just going to pull a little bit off. You're going to go up, and then you're going to bring it down and back around and right here. And then it will have to go underneath this little piece right here. You don't want to put it on top. This is a thread cutter up here, so you want to have it right there at the bottom. And just slowly pull it off. And we are at a 22, so this one is okay. So then I'm going to take this one off, and let's test the other one. And same thing, this one's already threaded, exact same way, and then you're just going to snap it on here. And then we'll go round, up, down, kind of just up, down is how you're going to thread it on here, around here. And then we'll go ahead. I like to just let it get back to 0, and then we'll pull this one. This one's a 25, 24. Let me pull a little bit more. Okay, so this one's also at a 22. So both of these are actually good. Perfect. And actually I have a fourth one, and that one I do know is, I know is at 25 because I use that one for hats. And so with this, you just, when you get it, you're going to need a AAA battery. So you just take the back off, put your battery in, power it up, and then you will be good to go. Now, if for some reason your tension is off, let me put this back in here. Okay, we've, did our little thing here, did all this, and we notice it's too high or too low. So this right here, there's a screw right there. And then if it's, depending on if it's too loose or too tight, you're going to turn it either to your right or to your left. So just remember, righty tighty, lefty loosey. So if you need to tighten it, you'll turn it to the right. If it's too tight, you need to loosen it, you would then just turn it to the left. Okay, so you just get your screwdriver and just adjust it, and then you would go ahead and just kind of re-pull it through, just making sure that it is good, or if you need to make any more adjustments. Now when doing this, you can hold it. I prefer to leave mine on a nice flat surface. So, if I'm holding it, I might move my hand or something like that. This way I know I'm getting a correct reading. So I would suggest just setting it down on a flat surface so you know that you are getting a good reading. Now, if you do have any questions, let me know below in the comments and I will definitely answer. This particular gauge is on Amazon. It's about $120. So yes, it is a little pricey, but it will save you time and headaches in the long run. So I highly suggest it. That way you'll know that you won't have any issues. Well, hopefully you shouldn't have any issues once you make sure you have your tension set correctly for your bobbin as well as your upper thread. Now I will cover the upper thread in the next video to show you how I check my upper thread tension. But otherwise, that was today's quick video. Just wanted to show you how to use this gauge and let you know that it is important that you should have one. You should be checking your tension, making sure it's correct. If you see you're having issues with thread breaks or just issues with your design, maybe even puckering or anything like that, you'll want to make sure you have your bobbin tension as well as your upper tension correct. But your bobbin tension, you definitely want to make sure that is correct. That's going to prevent a lot of headaches for you. But other than that, that was it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.